We're coming into a new phase of ONPASSIVE, and that phase is the global launch of ONPASSIVE. And the time frames right now, they're getting shorter and shorter and shorter. If you're a founding member of ONPASSIVE, you've seen that Ash has been releasing products, the products of ONPASSIVE to the founding members. The last one to be introduced to the founding members was OStaff. And Ash brought his tech team on and really explained OStaff and went through the whole program, or a lot of it. There's a lot there to go over. It was extraordinary. And when you look at OStaff, you understand the position that we're in, and that in over time, finances is just something we're not going to have to worry about. Because OStaff, it hit the mark. It was even better than I thought it was going to be. Again, superior at a lower price point. When you can do that for a product online, that is a massive, massive market. I think it's a $20 billion market today and growing every year. When you can do that, make people's jobs easier, less expensive, people are just going to flock into ONPASSIVE just for that one product. Now, there are over 50 products of ONPASSIVE, all of them superior, all of them cutting edge technology, all of them at a lower price point. So this is a really, really exciting time for ONPASSIVE and what's going to be happening to us as founding members of ONPASSIVE. Now today, I'd like to talk about the reality of ONPASSIVE. And I want your vision, and I want you to dream, guys. I want you to dream and dream big, but I want your vision to match the reality of where you're at. And I'm going to explain that to you. I believe regardless of where you're at, if you have a very, very small organization or a very, very large organization, we will all get to that point where we don't worry about finances. Boom. It's because of what Ash and his team have done. Absolutely genius. But you need to live in the reality of where you're at, okay? So if you're an individual that's come in and you're the only individual on your team that you know of right now, you need to have the mindset that ONPASSIVE, yes, they are going to build your business. Yes, they're going to build your income, your residual income, and yes, you will be able to build wealth online. But you have to have the mindset that this is going to take a little bit of time. Maybe it takes a year, maybe it takes 2 years, maybe it takes 3 years. Doesn't matter. I can tell you flat out, if you can build a business online in 3 years and have residual income, you've done something extraordinary. And obviously, this is what ONPASSIVE is going to be doing for all of us. But if you're an individual and you're a lone wolf, not really a lone wolf, but you're alone, your organization, you're the only one there, live in that reality. It is going to take time to get you to a place where you just don't worry about finances. I'll go over that in a little bit. Now, if you're an individual that's come in and shared ONPASSIVE and you build a small organization, maybe it's 5 or 10 people, obviously you are going to cut time frames. Your reality is a little different than that individual that hasn't done anything. You're going to cut time frames. Let's say you've got 10 individuals in your organization. You're going to cut time frames significantly, okay? It's going to happen a lot quicker for you than the individual that is alone, okay? If you've got 20 or 30, again, things escalate. Things are going to happen much quicker for you than they would that individual that doesn't have anybody. If you've got 50 or 100, and that's as high as I'll go, guys. I won't go any higher than that. And I know there are many, many people in ONPASSIVE that have very, very large organizations. But if you have 50 or 100 people, guys, this is a done deal. It's a done deal. ONPASSIVE, again, they're going to build a marketing platform. They're going to hook it up to IA, 100% automated. It's going to drive traffic. Customers will land underneath you. That's how we get paid. But when you have a large team, 10 to 50 to 100, those individuals on your team, the same thing's happening to them. But as ONPASSIVE comes in, brings a customer into their organization because they're in your organization, you get paid for that. That's how you'll cut time frames. So you get paid for all the activity in your organization, and if you've shared it and you've got 10 people on your team in your organization, or 50 or 100, it's a done deal, and it's going to happen very, very quickly for you. Now, I don't know what your goal is. If your goal is to make 50, 100, 200,000 a month. Okay, maybe that takes 3 years. Who cares? Again, the time frame that it takes to get you to the place where you want to be, during that time, we will be making residual income with the customers that OnPassive are bringing in to your organization, whether it's 1 or 100 a month or 2 months or 3 months, whatever the time frame is. And because of that, yeah, it's going to take you a little bit of time to get to that place where you want to be, whatever that goal is. And again, I want you to dream big, but live in the reality of how large your organization is as we go into the global launch of OnPassive. If you'll do that, you're going to be very, very excited about OnPassive, where you're at and where you're going. And really that's the purpose for this video. Stay excited about OnPassive, because it does not matter if you're a lone wolf or you've got 100 people on your team. It does not matter. OnPassive, over time, they will get all of us to that place where we don't worry about finances. And when we think about OnPassive, what they're going to be doing to it, what they're going to be doing for us, we just look at OStaff, which is the HR human resources platform. It has a revenue, an annual revenue with the companies that are servicing this niche today of $20 billion. How much of that is OnPassive going to take the first year? I don't know, 10%, 15, 20, 25%. I don't know. It could be even more. I know as new cutting edge technology comes out, there is a point in time when people will start to use it, and then it will go viral. And from there, yeah, it's hard to say how much market will take the first year. It could be 10, it could be 15, it could be 20, it could be 30%. That's massive. That's one product. OnPassive has over 50 of them. So as you look at the volume that OnPassive is going to be bringing in for each and every one of us, again, it doesn't matter where you're at, whether you're one person or whether you have an organization of 100. Live in the reality of where you're at. If you've got 100 people on your team, I know you're excited. I know you can't wait for the global launch of OnPassive, and you're not going to have to wait much longer. Now, as we think about our organization, okay, whether it's 1 or 100, I like to think of 1,000 people being in your organization, and they'll be primarily customers. And I've used this analogy before, and again, it's just an illustration, guys. The sooner you can get to 1,000, you're just in a really, really good place, because obviously, as OnPassive comes to work for you, they're working for you and the 1,000 people in your organization. And as that double, it goes from 2 to 4 to 8 to, I mean, the numbers get very, very big very, very quickly. But if it takes you a year or 2 or 3 years to get to 1,000, doesn't matter. No, again, you're making residual income that whole time. And when you get to that place where you have 1,000 customers in your organization, and we're all customers, by the way, whether I'm a founder, whether I'm an independent reseller of the IT product, we all come in, and we are customers to start with in OnPassive. So we're all customers. You can have a lot of different titles, but we're all customers. And as the customers come in, and you've got 1,000 individuals in your organization, let's say OnPassive, as we go into the global launch, comes out and says you're going to make $3 per customer in your organization. Well, if you've got 1,000, that's $3,000 a month. Okay, that is residual. Now, some people, their goal is to make $500 a month. They're just happy as a lark. I mean, they're satisfied with that. Other people, it's 3,000. Other people, it's 5. Other people, it's 10, 25, 50, 100, 200, 300, 400, $1 million a month. So the range is all over the place. But if you can focus on that 1,000, once you get there, things escalate very, very quickly. So again, this is to make sure everybody is living in their reality, whatever it is, whether it's 1, 100, whatever it is, and stay in that reality, and then understand what OnPassive is going to be doing for each and every one of us. Because it does not matter where you start, it matters where you finish. And because of what Ash Mufareh and his team in Hyderabad have done with the product side of OnPassive, it is powerful, 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 powerful. You have to have great products that are in high demand, products that people want, and when you do it better than everybody else, people will flock in. And that's where the volume comes in. And I mean tremendous, tremendous volume. So as we look at ONPASSIVE, as we look at the reality of ONPASSIVE, look at your own situation. Stay in that reality, understanding that over time, and it could take a year, it could take 2, it could take 3, we don't know, but it's not going to take a great deal of time. Over time, you will get to that place, in my opinion, where you won't have to worry about finances. And from there, you have that true liberty and freedom, that financial freedom. And as time progresses, that number will continue to increase. And I believe many of us will be able to leave a financial legacy to our families and our loved ones and the community. So this is a very, very exciting time. The windows are getting very, very narrow right now. Things are escalating. Again, Ash released O Staff just a few days ago. It was unbelievable. If you're a founding member and you haven't watched that video of Ash and the tech team in Hyderabad, you need to do that, because you're going to look at that and you're going to go, oh yeah, I'm in the right place at the right time, and my future is bright. So this is ONPASSIVE. This is what we're doing. Stay in the reality, your reality, the reality of the moment, and just get ready as we go into the global launch of ONPASSIVE. It will start, and it will start. And regardless of the time frame it takes, whether it's a week, a month, a year, 2 years, 3 years, it will not matter. You will be in that position, in my opinion, where finances is just an afterthought. So that's it for today, guys. Just a quick little video. Keep it real, stay in the moment, and then get excited, because we are extremely close to the global launch of ONPASSIVE. Take care, and yeah, we'll absolutely see you at the top. Bye.